everyone, and a warm welcome to Unity Golden Voice Elocution Competition, proudly presented by Ratnapuri Udavam Karangalamipu and Unity UK.
Good evening, everyone. Today I am honored to speak to you about a place that isn't just a location on a map to me. It's our village. Tucked away in the central highlands, not too far from the historic city of Kandy, lies my lovely village, Vattegama. Lots of travelers zip by on their way to the misty mountains. But those of us who live here know that Vattegama is where nature, community, and tradition come together in such a special way. What really sets Vattegama apart is its gorgeous landscape. We're surrounded by rolling hills and lush tea plantations, which keep the air nice and fresh. Plus, we are right at the doorstep of the Knuckles Mountain Range, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Waking up in Vattegama is something else. The sound of birds chirping and trees rustling is like nature's alarm clock. Whether it's the stunning sights along the Huluganga or the peaceful vibe of our spice gardens, there's a real sense of calm here that you just can't catch in the hustle and bustle of the city life. Now, a village isn't just about the pretty views, it's all about the people in Vategama. We are like one big family. We have our local Sunday market, the Pola, where everyone comes together to catch up the grab some fresh produce. And don't forget our lively festivals at the local temples and kovils. There's a real feeling of connection here. We are a mix of traditions and cultures, and we take pride in our schools, small business, and the way neighbors always look out for each other. In Vattegama, you're never really a stranger for long. So, in closing, Vattegama might be a small town in the Kendi district. It's got a massive heart. It embodies the true spirit of Sri Lanka, green, warm, and timeless. I'd love for you all to come visit someday and feel the cool breeze and the warm smiles of my village for yourselves. I'm so proud to call Vattegama my village. Thanks for listening. Thank you very much.
Golden voice. Golden voice.
Today I'm going to tell a story. The boy who carried two bags. There was once a boy named Eli who lived in a small town where mornings always looked the same. Doors opened at the same time. Buses arrived on schedule, and people walked quickly as if they were late to lives they had already planned. Eli walked those same streets every day, but inside he felt different. Each morning, before leaving for school, Eli packed two invisible bags. The first bag was filled with things other people could see: good grades, being respectful, not arguing, not standing out too much. His parents want him to do well. His teachers expected him to try harder. His friends assumed he was fine because he smiled often. This bag was heavy, but everyone carried one like it. So Eli told himself it was normal. The second bag was the one no one knew about. Inside it were his worries. What if I am not enough? What if I fail? What if everyone else moves forward and I stay stuck? There was also confusion, fear of making mistakes, and a quiet pressure that followed him everywhere. At the bottom of the bag was a small dream to do something meaningful, even though he didn't yet know what that meant. That bag was heavier. At school, Ellie tried his best to keep walking like nothing was wrong. But some days the weight slowed him down. His grades slipped slightly. He got quieter. At night, he started at the ceiling wondering why life felt so exhausting when he was doing everything right. One afternoon, after a particularly long day, Ellie didn't go straight home. He wandered to the edge of town where an old train station stood forgotten. The paint was peeling, weeds grew between the cracks, and the rails were rusty. Yet someone was there. An elderly man stood on the platform sweeping carefully, as if expecting guests at any moment. Ellie watched for a while before finally asking, "Why do we clean this place?" "No train stop here." The man leaned on his broom and smiled. "Not yet," he said, "but one day someone will need it." Something about that answer made Ellie sit down. Without planning to, he began talking. At first, it was small things: school stress, homework, expectations. Then the word came faster. He talked about feeling behind, about pretending to understand things he didn't, about carrying pressure he couldn't explain. The man listened. He didn't trust, didn't interrupt. When Ellie finally stopped, the man asked, "How many bags are you carrying?" Ellie hesitated. "Two." The man nodded. "Most people carry more than they admit, but carrying everything alone makes even strong people tired. Ellie asked quickly, "So what should I do?" "Drop one." The man shook his head. "No, you don't drop them. You open them." Ellie didn't fully understand, but he kept coming back. Each visit, the man gave him simple advice, never long speeches. Talk to one person you trust. Rest is part of progress, not a reward for perfection. You don't have to know your future to take your next step. At first, Ellie doubted it would help, but he tried. He told a friend when he felt overwhelmed and discovered his friend felt the same way. He asked the teacher for help instead of pretending and learned that asking questions wasn't weakness. He allowed himself to fail at something new without deciding that failure defined him. Slowly, the second bag became lighter. Okay? One day, Ellie realized something else had changed. The first bag, that one filled with expectations, was still there, but it didn't feel the same thing. Some things inside it weren't really is. So he began sorting. He kept responsibility, he kept effort, he kept kindness. But he let go of unrealistic pressure, constant comparison, and the belief that is worth depended and approval, not all at once, piece by piece. Years passed. Ellie grew older. The town didn't change much, but he did one morning. As he walked past the old train station, he heard a sound he never expected. The whistle of a train, the platform was clean. The elderly man was gone. Ellie stood there with one bag. Inside it were lessons learned the hard way. That growth takes time. That asking for help is strength. That life isn't race and that you don't need to have everything fired out to move forward. As the train doors opened, Ellie understood something important. You are not weak for feeling tired. You are not broken for feeling unsure. You are not behind just because your path looks different. You are learning. And if you keep opening your bags, choosing what truly belongs to you, and taking honest steps forward, your train will come true.
A wonderful effort there from our participant. Now, let's find out how our judges have scored that performance. Thank you for watching this episode. Stay tuned for more inspiring performances from the Unity Golden Voice stage. Until then, this is your Moksha signing off.